So I've been having somewhat of a rough time as of recently. I've been struggling with a relapse in depression, and that is definitely not fun. I know in my videos I normally come across very well put together and eloquent and understanding when it comes to my condition, but I just get very. I'm like any other person. I fall, and sometimes it's hard to get back up, but you know what? I do. This is a sort of different video because I'm just gonna sit here, talk about how I feel, and then show you a piece of art that I created because of my symptoms. If you don't know anything about me, I've struggled with stuff, to say the least. I've had disorders surrounding depression and anxiety, and something not a lot of people know about, which is psychosis. Psychosis is essentially a break from reality where one experiences or believes things that aren't true. And as I relapsed in my depression, I also started to be in a very, let's just say, overwhelming psychotic episode. It's very hard. It's very hard. One of the things that I learned from being in the mental hospital multiple times is that sometimes having an outlet, maybe art, maybe singing, maybe dancing, maybe just talking to someone, that outlet can help you out so much. Even now, as I talk to you, I hear a voice in my head telling me that I'm worthless, that I need to kill myself, that I'm nothing. And, sometimes I can't even hear my own thoughts. It's just this blasting voice in my ears telling me to hurt myself and hurt other people. I know I'd never do it, but that doesn't stop the voice from telling me that I will, that I don't know who I am, that I will eventually, because I'm violent and these violent thoughts have violent results. This is what I like to call the voices in my head. It's a portrayal of what I think it would be like for somebody who is struggling with psychosis. It, I can't even think. I feel like this is a representation of what hearing voices through a psychotic episode is like. Screaming in pain and horror and fear and anger and confusion and pity and sadness and depression and anxiety, the overwhelming emotions coming at you from all directions, and your inability to decipher it all, to figure out what it means, to figure out what you should do. It is hard. It is so hard. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to be doing moving forward. College has been kicking me in the ass as of lately, and it's just very intense. Sometimes one of the worst things that can happen to you isn't hallucinations, isn't voices, but people. People who, no matter what, are never approving of you, never happy for you. Sometimes it's the lack of empathy that really gets you down. That really shows you that maybe the voices are right. Maybe I am worthless. Maybe I am worthless.